Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be making strawberry shortcake. But we are going to start by putting our dry ingredients together. So first we're going to need 2 cups of flour. So 1, 2, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/3 cup of sugar, 'We're going to mix all of that up. All right, now we need to fold the butter into that. It's going to be a half a cup of butter. And if you look at the side of your butter stick, it will tell you that 2 sticks equals 1 cup. So that means 1 stick is half a cup. So 1 stick of butter is half a cup. And this has been sitting out here in the Texas heat, so it is definitely soft. Now, the leftover butter wrapper, use it to grease your bowl that you're going to be cooking in. That's greased, and we're going to put a little bit of flour in there as well so that the bread doesn't stick. So I'm just going to toss that around. So it's gotten all over the place in there. You can tell I'm doing it over top of my bowl so that any of the extra that comes out just goes back in the food itself. Okay, so that is floured and greased, ready for the shortbread to come into it. Now we need to evenly blend our butter with our flour and sugar, and to me the easiest way to do it is by hand. So just pinch and mix until the butter is completely mixed in, incorporated into the flour mixture. Okay, now that the butter has been stirred in and it is completely a crumbly mess here, you can't see the butter anymore, but it's there, it's just hiding. We're going to add the liquids. We'll start by cracking the egg in. Make sure you don't put any shells. Okay, and then 3/4 a cup of milk. So, have fun. Alright, I'm just going to use the 1/4 cup. We'll just do it a couple of times. So 3/4. So 1, 2, and 3. Alright, we're just going to stir that up until it's barely mixed. I'm going to beat the egg first here. Okay, beating the egg. Now we're going to stir that up until it's just barely mixed. And then we're going to pour it into our pan and stick it in the oven at 350 degrees for about half an hour. If it takes longer, I'll let you know. Okay, this is a dry mix, Just so you know, it is supposed to be pretty thick like that. It's not supposed to be runny. And it's sticking to everything. Okay. I'm going to scrape the sides just so I know that all of the sugar and flour has been incorporated in. And then in our pan, we're just going to plop this whole block down into it, right in the center there. Scrape and get all the extra little particles off over here. Alright, that's as much as I can get in there. Alright, and then you're kind of just going to shape it down into the bowl as much as you can. Sticky little stuff. Alright, so this is what it looks like when you stick it in the oven, okay? It is not really liquidy, it's more of a blob of stuff. You're going to cook it until it gets golden brown on top, and it might start cracking and separating. So about 30 minutes at 350. Okay, the shortbread is out of the oven, just freshly out. I actually left it in for 50 minutes. I don't know if I have a time wrong to begin with, but this is what you want it to look like when it's finished. It needs to be crispy golden on the outside, and it may have started to peel up or crack. Okay, so anywhere between 30 and 50 minutes depending on your oven and how much liquid got into it. My strawberries are all chopped up, and now the only thing left to do is to make the whipped cream for it. And what I'm going to do is use heavy whipped cream from the store. It doesn't matter what brand you get, as long as it's heavy whipped cream. Right, I'm going to pour that into a blender with the whisk attachment. That is really thick, nice cream. Get all of it. And then I'm going to add about half a cup of sugar to the mix. Make it really sweet. Okay, you can add the sugar to your preference. I'm just going to go ahead and dump the whole thing in there. And then I'm going to start it out slow and work it up to a good whisking speed. Alright, I don't see any of the sugar, so we're just going to go ahead and crank it up for about 3-4 minutes. Now that only took about 3 minutes to 5 minutes compared to if you were hand mixing it with your own whisk, it would take you about half an hour or more to do that. So that is a nice whipped up, really thick cream to put on top of our shortening. Okay. So now that we have our 3 ingredients, our shortbread, our strawberries, and our whipping, now it's time to dig in. So to serve this up, there's several ways that you can make it for a gathering. You could take this, wait for it to cool off, cut it in half, and then pile like a sandwich, a layer of bread, a layer of strawberries, whipping, another layer of bread, strawberries, whipping, almost like a dessert lasagna made out of good stuff. But for me, I just cut it like you would a pie. And I just realized that it's still really hot, so let me hold it with the corner of my apron here. You're going to cut it like a pie. Just get a little wedge out of there. How good is the wedge? Get a good spoonful of strawberries. It's not big enough. All right. And then you can pour milk over this if you like. In my case, I just throw a whole bunch of the whipping on top of it. So big plop of whipped cream right on top of there. Maybe garnish it with a couple more strawberries, and you are ready to eat. Bon appetit. That is good eating. Remember to use sealable containers so that the freshness stays in. You can put the strawberries in the fridge. You can keep your bread out on the counter. I'm not going to cover it until it cools down so that the moisture doesn't get trapped inside. And your whipping cream can go in the refrigerator in an airtight container. It'll last about 2 or 3 days. I hope you enjoy this and can duplicate it at home without any problems. Until next time, blessings.